On the road again with scenery that's a bit more interesting than some we've seen lately. We had an overnight stop at Shell 24-hour travel stop at Gap Bridge, Karratha. We ended up with quite a few there in the RV area and a few trucks in their spot. Even though there were a lot of trucks around, it didn't stop us from sleeping. On the road again. Thank goodness we didn't have to wait for the whole train, just the tail end of it. As you come into Port Hedland, you see the big fish hook sculpture that lights up at night. We stayed at Discovery Park's Port Hedland, $132 for 2 nights, and we had site 194. The beach was at the end of the street. The tides have a 4 metre difference, so low tide means it's a bit of a hike out to the water. Port Hedland has a population of 17,500. Lots of fly-in, fly-out workers in the town, supposedly about 43,000. We went to check out the port. Not that you can see it, but out there on the horizon there were 22 ships waiting to come into Port Hedland. Fuel stop at Tarangau Roadhouse, $2.29 per diesel. Our overnight stop was Lachies Lookout. We were the first ones there. Such a wide open country. Another beautiful sunset. In the morning we could see there were now 3 vans and 1 car. Lots of truck traffic. Our next fuel stop was Sandfire Roadhouse, $2.26 a litre for diesel. So much to see there. By 1 o'clock we were at our next overnight stop, Stanley. As you can see by the drone footage, we weren't too close to the road.
We stopped up here tonight at Stanley's roadside stop. Bin's here. It's a fair way off the main road. It's in at least 100 metres or more. There's quite a few caravans here already, so we should have plenty of company. Thursday night, football night. Cats and the dogs are playing, so we'll turn on the KO and get some entertainment. As you can see, the flies are pretty bad here, so the fly net comes in very handy. Been using it nearly every day since we got past Exmouth. Flies are getting worse as we go north.
Back on the road heading to Broome. Fuel at BP Roebuck Plains $2.19.9 for diesel. Roadworks again, but at least it's bitumen. What a lovely little caravan park we stayed at. Highly recommend this park, safe and friendly. We ended up staying a few extra nights than what we booked for.
We've just arrived at the caravan park at Broome after finding out our first booking was a bit unsecure, right on the beach where the locals sort of hang out at night time, and there's been a lot of thefts going on, so we managed to get into this park, which is at Cable Beach. A lot better, a lot more secure, and we're actually quite lucky to get our deposit back, so we're really pleased with that. We booked here for 3 nights, so see how we go. Beautiful weather here. Toilets are immaculate, the sites are nice and big and lovely.
Nice and close to the Telstra Tower, so we had good reception. When we went for a drive, we happened to see the camels on their way to work. Cable Beach is really nice. Off for a wander down to the shops and cafes at Broome. We had lunch at the Dragonfly Cafe, then continued our walk. The next day was cool and overcast, and we went to check out Gantheon Point. Gantheon Point is a promontory about 6 kilometres from Broome. The current steel skeletal tower is the 4th lighthouse at Gantheon Point. The first was established in 1905. This is Broome Port Jetty. This is at Lachies Lookout. Then the heavens opened up. Rain, rain, rain. Still raining, but we went down to Town Beach. These 9 aluminium figures are called 9 Zeros, 9 Stories. It's an artwork commissioned by the Shire of Broome commemorating the 80th anniversary of the Broome Air Raid. Each figure carries a story. There, the chaos of war, the movement of people, the attack, the rescue, the survivors, the impact, kudo, the wrecks, and reflection and reconciliation. Broome Pioneer Cemetery has a rich history with connections to sea farming and the exploring pioneers of Broome from 1883 to the present day. More rain. After 2 days and nights of rain, it finally cleared this afternoon, so we went into town. A statue of Sam Mayle, Shire President 1961 to 66. Then it's off to Streeter's Jetty, named after the Streeter family, who featured prominently in the pearling and mercantile activities that resulted in the establishment of Broome. It was closed in February 2020 for safety reasons and reopened April 2022. The archway represents country, culture and people. This statue is a memorial to the hard hat divers of Broome. This monument has been erected as a tribute to the founder, Mr. Kurabayashi, and to those who helped to establish the pearl cultivation project in Kuri Bay. This striking sculpture stands as a landmark welcome to Chinatown, the traditional heart of Broome. Farewell Cable Beach and Broome. We're off for free camp night at Allendale Station Lagoon. See you next time.